What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another what I eat in a day, this time a pregnancy version. I'm currently in my second trimester and I'm feeling good. I'll insert a little bump update here. Baby is definitely growing, and since about week 21, I really felt the baby move up and press up against my diaphragm, my lungs. I don't know, but it definitely feels a lot more congested in my abdomen area. I'm now 24 weeks pregnant, or 6 months pregnant, and Bub started kicking a couple of weeks ago, which has been such a surreal feeling, and Josh has been able to feel the kicks from the outside too, which has been really special. Currently, we have monthly checkups with my doctor, who scans the baby at each visit, and I get so excited leading up to each appointment because I know I'll get to see little Bubba soon. This week we got to see Bubba in a 4D scan, which was so special. It's just so amazing how advanced technology is nowadays. With baby really starting to grow, I've been using lots of moisturizer. I use this unscented one and rosehip oil on my belly. So far, I haven't had any issues with itchy skin or stretch marks, so I'm hoping that these things help keep them at bay. While pregnant, I've just been eating when I'm hungry, but I've also been trying to make a conscious effort to get more protein and fiber in. So this is a pretty good reflection of what sort of foods I've been eating this week. It's been pretty busy at work, so these are all super quick and easy meals. So without further ado, let's get into this what I eat in a day in my second trimester. For breakfast, I had some oatmeal topped with raspberries, chopped Brazil nuts, and a drizzle of honey. With Melbourne being in winter now, this has been a go-to for a really nice and warming, filling breakfast, and I've just been really loving the tart flavor of raspberries lately. Back when I was in uni, I used to get the Uncle Toby's instant sachet packs for a quick meal in the mornings, which was super convenient, especially when you've woken up with just enough time to smash down brekkie before heading to class. But I find the texture kind of gluggy, so I like to make my oatmeals with rolled oats now. They're really nice and chewy and chunky. And honestly, it doesn't take that much longer to make. Anyways, while my oats are getting nuked in the microwave, I grabbed a couple of Brazil nuts and diced them up. Brazil nuts are really high in selenium, so the recommended amount is just 2 to 3 a day. Just be careful not to have too much more, as you could get excess selenium buildup, which can be toxic. Once the microwave goes off, I just tossed on a bunch of frozen raspberries and nuked it for another half a minute or so until they're defrosted. Then I topped on my chopped Brazil nuts and drizzled on some honey on top. Look at that honey drizzle. I stopped drinking coffee once I got pregnant because somehow the smell makes me really nauseous. But I'm a kind of girl who likes a warm drink in the mornings, so I've switched to making chai lattes instead. And somehow the spicy flavor helps to settle down my stomach. I like this brand because it has a nice balance between spice and not having an artificial vanilla flavor. And it's also caffeine free. So I have this at night sometimes too, if I feel like having a milky drink before bed. And this has been my comforting, warm brekkie that I have nearly every day. Some days I swap out Brazil nuts for walnuts, or the raspberries for blueberries. For lunch, I had this Mexican bean chili with some steamed broccoli, mozzarella cheese, and a side of toast to go with it. It was a really busy week this week. I had a short window for lunch and I didn't have time to properly meal prep the night before. So I keep a can of this Heinz Mexican bean chili on standby for days like this. I already spooned half the can into a container for tomorrow's lunch. This one has 6 serves of veggies per can and a decent amount of protein from the beans. I also prep a container of steamed broccoli in the fridge every week, so I chucked on a couple of florets to add some extra veggies. And topped it off with a handful of mozzarella cheese. I then, you guessed it, nuked it in the microwave. My doctor said whenever I heat up food, to heat the hell out of it to make sure it's fully cooked through. So I followed doctor's orders and I now basically nuke, boil, or pan fry all my food to kingdom come. Okay, you really don't need to see me toasting bread, but here it is for the completeness of this video. And that was a really tasty, quick meal that I smashed through in about 15 minutes. I bought a couple of persimmons that week. I love persimmons, and I was really impatiently waiting for them to ripen. After a couple of days, I decided to speed up the process by making one of them live on top of our bananas. Bananas release a kind of gas that ripens other fruit faster. And it worked! It was much softer the next day, so I had one as an Arvo snack. Eating persimmons for me brings back memories of my grandma from my dad's side. She lived with us for a short period before moving to Canada, and she introduced it to me for the first time, and only the two of us in the whole family loved eating it. So it was kind of an afternoon treat for us to have some persimmons together. We had a language barrier because she couldn't speak much English and I don't speak much Mandarin, but this was something we did together nearly every day. So persimmons are also kind of nostalgic for me. Oh, and this brand really lived up to its name. It was super sweet and delicious. I also had this dark chocolate blueberry granola bar. Oh my gosh, I'm not a huge chocolate person, but I really like chocolate in union with other ingredients, and this granola bar has been my favorite lately. It's got the perfect balance of some chocolate with juicy dried blueberries, and it's really filling with the nuts and oats. This was the last one in the box, and I stocked up again in our next grocery run. Okay, so for dinner, this was actually more of Josh's craving than it was mine, but I made some Singaporean bak chor mee, or black vinegar minced pork noodles. I did meal prep the mushrooms and mincemeat on the weekend. For me, those are really the two ingredients that make this dish, besides the black vinegar sauce that you toss the noodles in. Now, they probably don't use this chili sauce in the original recipe, but this was the only one I had on hand. It's called Lau Kan Ma, and I heard there was like a shortage of this sauce in the first or second lockdown last year because everyone was buying it to cook at home. This sauce is really tasty. I mixed that in with some soy sauce, and then some black vinegar. before chucking in my boiled thin noodles to toss. I found the recipe to this dish online at a website called Singaporean and Malaysian Recipes, a nostalgic culinary affair. I'll go ahead and link the full recipe in the description box below because this was really good. Even Josh said it was pretty legit considering we didn't have all the same ingredients as they use in Singapore. I added on the stewed mushrooms, followed by the seasoned cooked minced pork, and some pork meatballs on the side. I topped Josh's bowl off with a soft-boiled egg, and mine with a hard-boiled egg because I can't eat raw foods at the moment. And that was an improvised version of Singaporean bak chor mee that was not exactly the same as you get in Singapore, but pretty darn close and really tasty. To finish the night off, Josh and I just had some sweet red grapes and a pot of chamomile tea while watching a Korean drama on Netflix. The best way to unwind after a busy day at work. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video with just a little insight into what sort of meals I've been throwing together this week. If you did enjoy it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe because it really helps to support my channel, and I'll be back in 2 weeks with another video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!